Hello all you wonderful beings of light and truth seekers. Welcome to my channel once again, Four Circles Healing Tarot. I'm Jez Sadler and I welcome you. I thank you for returning if you are a subscriber. Thank you for your support, and if you're new here, please watch and consider subscribing and clicking on that bell to get notified of future videos. And for all who are watching, just ask please you continue to show support for this channel by hitting the like button as well. This is going to be a general reading, and for that I'm using the Gregory Tarot. Just a general reading. It's for all signs: Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, all that. It's for all who are watching. There's no time limit on this reading. It's for whenever you are watching that it's relevant. And let's see what the cards would like us to know. They stay down, so I'm not taking jumpers that are facing downwards. I'm only taking jumpers if they come out that are facing upwards, face upwards. So let's have a look to see what we have in this particular reading. We got, as I thought. Okay, I've got a few reversals here. I am including reversals this time round. So let's have a look. This is the general energy overall. So this is your energy at the moment. The King of Swords. Quite judgmental, can be stern, can be stiff, quite cutting, but also successful, learned, academical. Prefers to use intellect rather than the sword. The sword you see is lying on the ground, so prefers to use his knowledge of situations and his experience to make his judgments. So in that sense, he's not one to cut you down and things like that. In this deck he's portrayed in this way. Other decks normally he's got the sword in his hand as if he's about to chop your head off or something like that, you know. But in this deck he's shown as someone who's a scholar, someone perhaps who's a judge, who's been a judge for a long time, has all the experience that he needs. He's got all these books that he can refer to make any kind of judgment he needs. So it's all about thoughts and your thinking and your ideas, your ideals, and things like that. So that's the general energy that we have for the reading. Also got to start the reading off with the Four of Pentacles, and you can see here in the upright position, you can see that this guy is, or whoever this person is really digging in the nails in, because they don't want to let go of these Four Pentacles. And they're insignificant. It's only Four Pentacles, but they have that really miser mentality. They don't want to let go. They're digging their nails into this table. You can see that the scores here caused by that as well. But that's in reverse. So you haven't got that miser mentality. Doesn't mean to say you're being over generous either, but you're more balanced in that way. You know, you're not sort of hanging on to things that you don't need to hang on. You've probably maybe recently let go of something as well, is what I'm getting. You've probably already let go of these things, these pentacles that have been maybe bugging you in your life. So it doesn't necessarily mean a financial kind of thing just because it's pentacles. It can also mean something that's emotional, material. It can also mean some kind of relationship that you've let go of, or a situation that you've let go of. Perhaps you've decided to move on from your job, or perhaps you've been made redundant, you know, as many are during this time that we're living in right now, because businesses are find it unsustainable to maintain the workforce that they have, and they're letting people go. So this could well be a kind of a loss of financial income as well. So you're not having the money to hang on to because the money's not coming in. Okay. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. It's normally a gift from the universe, and you can see this lovely big crown here. You know, that's a crown and a half. And you've got the blue sky behind it, and it's all gold and green. So really earthy type of energy, balanced in that sense as well. And it's a really lovely card. However, this is in reverse, so things aren't quite as they should be. It's not a gift in the sense that this is where you are at this moment in time. This is your stuck position, if you like. So something perhaps has happened to knock you back a little bit, and I'm just thinking, what am I getting? Could be a, as I mentioned before, job loss, end of a relationship. Or it could well be that you're one of these businesses that's had to let people go because of the current economic climate. It's not sustainable to keep your business open. Perhaps you're in retail, or in the what is it they call it? Not the service industry. That's not right. You know, cafes, restaurants, food, that kind of thing, bars. There is. Do you ever get that when you want to say something, you know what you want to say, the word just doesn't come to mind? Well, what is it? It's not retail. Because it's hotels and cafes, restaurants, bars, all that kind of industry. Could well be that you perhaps you own a small cafe, or even a large one, and you've had to let people go. Some kind of industry, the service industry as well, could well be beauty and nail bars and you know, barbers and things like that, where you would have thought things would have picked up, and perhaps they have done a little bit, but now because of further restrictions, maybe you've had to close down again. Now, because there's a few spikes going on at the moment. So perhaps something lost rather than gained in this sense. We've also got the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords normally is interpreted as heartbreak. However, I also count it as different perspectives. You know, you have three different perspectives, or you have a triangulation, past, present, future kind of triangulation, and you have these swords on the wall, but they're not actually touching this young girl, this young woman kneeling here, who seems to be praying. So it's all in the mind, okay, in this situation. And you have a person walking away, okay, so perhaps that's what's caused some kind of distress, because that person is walking away. Perhaps it's a loved one, perhaps they've just broken up, so there's a loss there. However, this was also in reverse, so this is not the situation. It's not a case of heartbreak or losing something. If anything, you're probably going to gain something, you know, and something better is going to come in. And all change is good. I mean, something I read earlier on. All change is good, no matter what it is. You know, all change is good, and all difficulties teach us a lesson from the experience that we have from these difficulties. All these obstacles and failures and things that come in, we learn lessons, we gain the experience that enable us to move forward. I mean, all failure is a stepping stone to success, because you know what not to do next time round. And, well, you know, if you keep on doing the same mistakes, as Mark Twain once said, if you carry on doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. You know, and that makes sense. So you have to learn from your mistakes, learn from your experiences, positive or negative, and move forward in life. And as this is in reverse, these swords, these thoughts are dropping out of your mind. You're starting to view things from a better perspective, and you're starting to have a clearer idea of what to do next. So then we have the Two of Pentacles. We have this very skilled juggler here. He's doing things with his feet and his hands. Yeah, and he's got the affinity symbol there, so it's ongoing. And he's doing a very good balancing act. So you're doing a bit of juggling perhaps in your life right now, perhaps because of your finances, perhaps because of what's happened recently, you know, but you're managing, you're getting through, you know, you're doing okay. And there is better on the way, because you've got, you know, the King of Swords there, who's also someone who's prosperous in his own right. Perhaps you're going to be learning new skills as a result, you know. But certainly this guy here is very talented, and these are things perhaps that you can learn. Maybe you can go into the entertainment business by doing things online, YouTube or Vimeo or TikTok or whatever it happens to be, you know, and start doing things on there which will get you some recognition and maybe lead on to better things as well. But certainly at the moment, I'm getting you're juggling your finances and you're managing. You're doing very well. You're being very skilled with it as well. You're keeping a good eye on what you're spending and what you're eating and so on. And you're still having a good life. You know, you're still enjoying life. You're not letting things get you down. All right, so that's good. That's good. So let's have a clarification of a couple of these. Let's have a clarification then, please, for the Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Let's have a look. Death. Death. Rebirth. Regeneration. Moving on to something new. Transformation. That's why this has happened. Remember what I said earlier on about all change is good. This had to happen, whatever it is that's happened, had to happen because you're transforming. You're moving on to better things. Okay? So either you're learning new skills or you're learning something new that's going to help you in a more prosperous financial way, material way, or intellectual way in the very near future. Okay, so then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Why is that here? Oh, there we go. And we have got Ten of Swords. Okay, so that was in reverse as well, by the way. The Ten of Swords was in reverse. So this is obviously, you know, it's a transformation card as well, because 1 and 0 equals 1, and 1 in numerology means independence and the starting again. It also means you're starting again as the magician in the tarot. So you're creating new things for yourself, starting to create new things. Even if it's in reverse, it's still 0 and 1. Okay? So it just means that this era of betrayal, you might be feeling hard done by what's happened. Okay, you feel that this gift, maybe it's if it is a business or a job that you've lost or been made redundant from, it may have been one that you really enjoyed, and you feel hard done by after so many years of loyal service, you know, or because you was just starting to pick up, and now things have closed down again. But this is in reverse, so you're not feeling hard done by. You're learning to appreciate that it was all for a reason, and that reason is transformation. You're moving on to greater things, you're moving on to more. You're learning from your mistakes, you're learning from what's happening, you're learning from what's going on with other people, you're learning from the situation, you're learning, and you're going to be moving on. So why is the Three of Swords here then, please? The Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? Well, I've got two cards. I've got two cards. And I've got the High Priestess and the Five of Wands. But the Five of Wands was in reverse. So the Five of Wands normally means some kind of conflict, doesn't it? But not serious conflict. Half-hearted attempt, you know, to either attack you or something. It's more like play fighting. I put it down like the boys in the park play fighting, you know, having a rough and tumble with themselves. But that's in reverse. So there's none of that going on. You may have had the thoughts, you know, oh, I'm feeling hard done by, whatever, but you know, you've tossed it around in your head, and you've come up with the idea. You know, you've come up with the solution. You know what? This can only get better. You're staying very positive about it. Okay, you're staying very positive. Now, at this point, I have to remind you that this is a general reading. It's not for everyone, but you know, at the same time, as in the information isn't for everyone. It is for everyone. The reading's for everyone who's watching. Sun signs, you know, moon, sun, Venus, whatever. However, not everything will resonate with you. So it may not be that you've lost a job or something like that. It could be something else. All right. But just take what resonates. You've perhaps lost something, or something's happened, dramatic's happened in your life, and you feel a bit hard done by, put out by it. But things are getting better, because we've also got the High Priestess. Okay, High Priestess. Number 2 is relationships. So something good is coming into your life. Okay, so do your inner work, meditate, get in touch with your higher self, or whoever it is you like to converse with, God, Jehovah, Yahweh, whoever. You know, pray, meditate, whatever it is you like to do in these kind of situations. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. Okay, because they're a bit more trustworthy than our minds. Our minds are very good, you know, they're excellent. Our brain is a fantastic computer in that sense. However, it's only as good as the information that's put into it. Okay, our unconscious mind is 95% of our brain, and that is purely, pretty much all of it is subconscious programming that we've programmed it with through our experiences, through what we've been told, all the different things that we've had when we're growing up, especially through our first 5, 6 years, 7 years, where we've been told this, that and the other is the truth, and we've accepted it and we still believe it, and we find it hard to get rid of it. Ingrained limiting beliefs and so on. You know, that's all in our subconscious mind, and that filters out into our conscious mind and helps form our decisions when we are faced up to something. It helps form our fears, our anxieties, our stresses and so on. Whereas our heart and our intuition, that's based on the collective around us, the collective energy, and we pick that up and we can draw that in from all that we're connected to. You know, and we can rely on that a little bit more because we're using not just our experience, we're using the experience of millions, billions of others as well, and not only in this time frame but in other time frames as well. Okay, so the High Priestess is someone who uses that intuition for good and knows how to get on with it. So stay focused, meditate, go within, find out exactly what you need to do next. You'll be guided. The universe, as I like to say, always has your back and always wants the good things for you. Doesn't want anything bad for you at all. Okay, so now for the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here, please? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Because of temperance. There's balance coming into your life. Okay, juggling to balance. Okay, there's balance. You may have to compromise because scales like this aren't always real in real life, if you know what I mean. You know, scales can be tipped one way or the other, but they still maintain a balance. Okay, so temperance is that being balanced. You'll find that balance in your life that you need because you're going to be starting something new. A new opportunity is coming your way. Okay, so King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? And he is here because two cards. Oh, here we go. There you go. It's linked to the Four of Pentacles again. That's why King of Swords is there to let you know that this kind of situation is no longer going to be existing. Okay, the judgment's been made, and you're going to get the Six of Cups. This is going to be a beautiful situation. It could well be something returning from your past that you're going to be able to do work-wise, and for others this may mean someone from their past. So if this has been a relationship issue, then someone from your past is coming in to fulfill your dreams in that way, because this is also known as a soulmate card for many people. Now I look upon it as a soulmate card because of all the heartfelt energy, especially if you look on these cups, all these little hearts. It's a heartfelt energy, it's emotional. Okay, but whatever it is, you know, it's something that's going to be really wonderful that's coming into your life. It's going to make you really, really happy. So therefore, despite all the turmoil, you know, that could be, I don't know, say current or past situation, current situation, near future, future, if that's the way you want to put it. Yeah, it's up to you. Now, if it's going to happen soon, obviously there's no time frame on this, but I feel it's going to happen very soon. I've just been told it's going to happen very soon. Okay, so either a new opportunity or a new person is coming into your life with a new opportunity for you. And this could also be someone that who comes into your life, as I say, from your past, that you gel with. And they offer you a new opportunity, you know, in line perhaps with what you were doing before, but it's better paid, and you'd be better off, you know, because this situation is no longer going to be around. So it's twice we've had the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So there it's letting go, or perhaps you've let go of something, or that's let go of you, but now you're letting go of all this. Get it? So all this situation here you're now letting go of, keeping that because of that. That makes sense, doesn't it? So good things are on the way to you, my friends. Good things are on the way to you. So take what you can out of that. Take what you can, because I believe this is a very fortuitous reading. I thought at first when I saw those three in reverse, I thought this is going to be a rough one. But it's actually turned out really, really well. So out of a kind of a negative situation develops a wonderful positive situation, one that actually improves. And that's because change is always good. It depends on your perspective, how you view the change. Anything else? Transformation. No, I'm not getting anything more from that. Ten of Swords. No. I've already mentioned it doesn't have to be a 50-50 balance. It could be 30-70. So there may be some kind of compromise. Perhaps with this new opportunity you might, or new relationship even, you might need to move, or you might be moving. There's no indication that you have to move here, but you know, that's a possibility. You know, you'd move to a new area, new country or whatever. That hasn't come up as yet. Or it may well be that you start at a lower position than what you were, and maybe even with less pay, but it's steady and you know, relationship work, and it can only get better. Okay, it's going to improve. So that might be only like a temporary situation. 6 is a temporary kind of card, you know, so that could be like a temporary but stable situation. Stable work, secure work, or relationship. But for a while you might have to take maybe less pay than you had before, or there may well be, and here's the thing, if this is a relationship, may well be that it's only online at a distance, okay, because of the current situation, but eventually you will be getting together, you know, so that's also a possibility to take into account. So I'm going to use the Chakra Wisdom cards, Oracle cards, get some further clarification. Why is the Death card here, please? Why is the Death card here? Self-worth. You're more than that. You're more than that. Okay? You are worth more than that. Worth more than kicking up because you've been sacked or made redundant or whatever it happened, whatever you want to put it, or because that relationship has broken up, whatever it happens to be. You're worth more than that, and that's why the Death card is here, because you're going to transform, you're going to rise like the phoenix, because you're worth more than that. Okay? Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Ooh, I don't want all of them, thank you. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here, please? Rejection. You feel rejected. You feel rejected. You've got this artist here, look. How many times has he had his paintings rejected? You know? You got all these like demon-like figures or faces around him, and all these people perhaps who have said, "Ah, oh, you're rubbish, you know, your painting is rubbish." And so how many artists, how many writers have been told that their work is rubbish? Then it only takes one painting to be sold, one book to be sold, to make them famous, even infamous. J.K. Rowling, for example, rejected by what, 12 publishers before one took the chance and published a Harry Potter series. And we all know where that led. But all the great painters of the past were rejected. All artists are rejected at some stage. For those of us who are not in that world, who go to, say, everyday jobs, we get rejected at interviews. In relationships, we get rejected. How many times have you been rejected before you found the person you're with now? We all get rejected. So, a bit of self-pity here because of the situation that's happened here, okay? Bit of self-pity, but you're worth more than that. High Priestess and Five of Wands. Why are they here? High Priestess, Five of Wands. Why are they here? Passion. That's why they're here. This is to do with your passion. You know you can do a lot better. That's what's keeping you going. So you are going to be working on yourself, within yourself. Passion is wands kind of energy. So you go within, find your passion about what you want to do. Find your passion for life. Find your passion for love. Find your passion to start something new. Okay? So in line with this, the King of Swords could be a mentor that's coming in to help you with that. Okay? So you're perhaps looking to create something new, as many have done during this lockdown period that we've been in over the last 6 months and all that. They've created new areas of work for themselves and they've no need to go back to their old jobs. And this could be you as well. Temperance. Why is Temperance here? Why is the Temperance card here? Bittersweet. Bitter and sweet. There you go, there's balance. It's coming out, this is something new, it's coming out of a period of negativity, if you like, but it's starting to taste very sweet. Look how skilled this juggler is. Okay, Temperance is balance. So you are moving into a period that perhaps left a bad taste in your mouth, but now it's starting to tastes sweet. You've hit the honey center. Okay? So you are moving on to better things, my friends. You are moving on to better things. Four of Pentacles and Six of Cups. Why are they here, please? Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Why are they here? Gossip. Alright, that could be linked to that. Gossip, talking about you behind your back. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Chinese whispers. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah? And we all know where gossip leads to. So perhaps this is also a warning, you know, to be careful of gossip. Don't be talking bad about your previous situation. Karma is a funny way of repaying paying you. Okay? That situation that happened, whatever it's happened, whether it's with a person, whether it's with a job, whether it's with a business, whatever it happens to be, don't talk bad about it. Talk positively about it. Because whatever happened there, you were there for a reason. You were in that relationship for a reason. You were in that business for a reason. You were in that workplace for a reason. You were in that college or university for a reason. And it's to learn. So don't be talking bad about it. Don't be poo-pooing that particular gift that the universe gave you through gossiping. That's one of the most malicious forms of speech there is, because it's never based on facts. Okay? This is real fake news. So be careful. There's a warning there to be careful, otherwise you could upset the balance. But I'd like another card to clarify the gossip, please. Why is the gossip here? Why is that here? Because it's about your soulmate. Could well be that you are getting together with someone relationship wise who is your soulmate, but people are talking about it. Maybe there's an age difference, maybe there's a colour difference, maybe there's a religion difference. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. People are talking about it behind your back. Whisper, whisper, whisper. You know what I mean? Not talking directly to your face. Ignore it all. Soulmate trumps gossip. Simple as. So this soulmate could be a mentor. This could be, it's a soulmate energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is your soulmate. It could be someone that you really gel with. Perhaps it is an older person who's your mentor, but people are talking about it. Oh, they're going out together because they see you spend a lot of time with this person, but that person is teaching you. But they don't know that. They make up their own little snidey little stories about you and the King of Swords. Okay? Same as this relationship. As I said, it could well be something that's considered to be taboo. I do put that in air quotes, rabbit's ears. As in age difference, it could be a great age difference, 30, 40 years. You know? Or it could be someone who's a different colour to you, and that's against your culture, against the religion that you're been brought up in. I know, for example, with Asian cultures, a lot of, well, I would say most of the girls, if not all the girls in the Asian cultures, like Indian, Pakistani and so on, and they still have people earmarked for them. There's still arranged marriages going on, but it's strictly taboo for them to go outside of their religion and have an affair, to go out with someone, have a boyfriend or girlfriend, well, boyfriend anyway, with someone, say, who's African or who's white or whatever, you know. Their culture would frown upon that. It'd be against it because they would have to marry within their culture. Things are changing, you know, but certainly back in the original countries like India, Pakistan, that wouldn't happen, you know. It very rarely would happen, except in I think in India, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in India, amongst is it the Brahmin caste, because they still have caste systems, that's the lighter skinned Indians. If they marry, say, an English person or, you know, a British person or whatever, a white skinned person, that's classed as something very fortunate. So that could happen. But certainly amongst the darker skinned castes and so on, as they call it, it's not normal. Yet with the males, they play around with all sorts. You know, they have all these kinds of affairs and things, but when they get married, they have to marry within their own culture. So even with males, there's strict things. Yes, because they're male, they can play around and do all kinds of things, you know. They can't get pregnant, can they? That's probably the way they look at it. And I'm probably talking out of turn here, but I don't care. It's just that I believe that it should be more interracial relationships. In fact, interracial is only the term I use. It's the term I use because interhuman relationship, because we're only one race anyway. You know, but let's just say interracial relationships, basically because it would bring more colour into the world. Black and white are only shades, by the way, they're not colours. But you add black or white to colours, it changes the whole perspective. It brings out something beautiful. You know, so let's have that mixing pot of colour, skin colour. You know, that'd be really, really wonderful, and we can learn from each other, from all the different cultures and things like that as well. Little aside. Yeah, that's how I feel. We are one race, one human race, not all different races. If you look into the Bible, it doesn't talk about different races. It talks about peoples and tribes, nations. It doesn't talk about races. That's something that we've created much, much, much later. You know, and there's a lot of things going on in the world that we don't like, we don't enjoy. That's for sure. But I think one solution would be if we were one family and had the family traditions and so on. There'd be less of it, wouldn't it? If we viewed ourselves as family. Right, guys, before I get onto my soapbox and start going further with that, this is your reading. How does it resonate with you? Let me know in the comments. I know I've gone a little bit off piste, but hopefully it doesn't upset too many of you, but that's how I feel. So, something good is on the way, guys. Just to quickly recap, whatever has happened here, whatever negative thing has happened here, yes, it's affected your thoughts, but you're starting to look at it with a different perspective, and as a result you're attracting in something new, and it's going to be like a soulmate kind of energy. But beware of the gossipers, whether that's yourself by talking bad about what's happened, or other people. But there is something coming in. See, soulmate, I said that, didn't I? Soulmate. It's going to end up wonderfully. The energy itself is fantastic. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Until next time, Namaste.